let's move into the power ranking segment of our
Oh, shit.
show. All right? While we're talking about greatest matchups and whatnot, I want you to think back. And if you might have thought about it before the show. I wrote mine down, but we're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite memories in Super Bowl history. So a moment that happened during a Super Bowl game that you remember or one of your favorites.
Well, I'll tell you this. There's no 49er moments in there for me. 0-2 in the lifetime, so that's a fun one.
I got a good one in there. I'm 0 of 0. So.
All right, should we go around?
Yeah, I think you should start.
You want me to start?
Wait, can I guess number 1 for you?
Well, I want to go 5-1.
David Tyree.
Yeah, good. We'll get there. I want to get there.
Plexico burst, number 2 touchdown.
I want to rank
game.
my moments from 5 to 1.
Number 3, Plexico burst, shoots himself in the leg.
Hey, guys.
That would make my bottom list.
Hey, Matan, go for it.
I can make a bottom list.
What are your top 5 moments in Super Bowl history?
All right, my top 5 memories of Super Bowl history. Number 5, Tom Brady's intentional grounding in the Super Bowl to start the game in 2012. Giants
I forgot about
come out
that.
on defense. Patriots start with the ball. I think they were pinned on the goal line. Tom Brady threw an intentional grounding, ended up in a safety.
Really?
Yep, to start the game. And
I have no recollection.
That was it.
Super Bowl
That's
that
how we
starts at
started the Super Bowl.
2-0 is an interesting Super Bowl.
That's how we started the Super Bowl in 2012. One of my
Nice.
favorite moments. I was like, let's go fucking win this game.
2012,
Let's go.
what a time.
Justin
I like
Tucker's
that.
out there doing his little bow.
That was when they beat the Niners in the NFC Championship game. That was a good year.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know when? Hold on, quickly. You know you start to get friction in your head when you start clicking when your when your legs are tossed like that. Okay, go ahead.
What?
What?
You never heard? No.
No. Let's move on.
I actually
curious in
understood
your
where
My
you're
number
getting that.
Thank you.
Number 4, Bruno Mars's halftime show. I was so impressed, man.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
good.
such a good halftime
was
show.
good.
I don't remember it.
You didn't watch.
Bruno
You
was
don't
great.
care
Bruno was one of the best
Bruno
we've
was
seen.
great, bro. He
Yeah,
came out on
yeah.
the drum kit. I remember he was playing the drums, and I was like,
Talk about
fuck
talent.
yeah.
We've been talking about a
Dude,
lot of talented artists
one
lately.
of the best
and Bruno
halftime
was
shows I ever
insane.
saw. It was
The
unreal.
problem with Bruno Mars is every time I look at Bruno Mars or think of Bruno Mars, I think of like Trevor Noah. They just look the same to me.
That's a problem?
Can't relate.
It just feels
Can't
weird.
relate.
I don't know.
Trevor
That's
Noah's like a
weird.
tall guy, and Bruno Mars is like
Bruno Mars is
compact.
like
He
5. I
looks
think he's
short.
like Bruno Mars is like 5'4", 5'5".
When I see
Yeah,
Bruno
Bruno
Mars,
Mars
I
is
think
tiny.
Bruno Mars personally.
All right, here's a good one. Number 3
Yeah.
is the Julio Jones catch in the 28-3 Super Bowl.
That's in
That
my
was
That's a great
crazy.
one.
I think
was
it is
there.
arguably better than the Julian Edelman catch
It
in that
is.
same
No, it's
Super
not arguable.
Bowl.
It's way better.
It was the most
agree.
insane catch I've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
I
I
was
remember
there.
watching it. You were there, yeah?
And
Hey, did you know
it
Felipe was there?
was fucking incredible, bro. Like,
Dude, the way he extended, he got what, like 11, 12 feet in the air?
Can I pull
Jumps
up? I just
pulls
wanna
down
see
the
it.
ball and touches his
That
toes
was
on the
uncatchable.
sideline.
He was so different.
Insane,
Oh my
and it was
God.
so overshadowed by the fact that they lost that game because that was one of the craziest catches I've ever seen in the postseason. It was unreal. I remember watching it and being like, dude, that is going to go down as one of the greatest catches ever.
Yeah.
And then it was overshadowed. No one was talking about it. People were talking about Julian Edelman's lucky catch where he put his hands under the
Complete
ball
luck,
and inch from the
bro.
ground. It was impressive, but
Eh.
I'm just saying it doesn't take the kind of athleticism that it took Julio Jones. Let me see.
Yeah, that was a crazy catch.
It's an insane
that's a
catch.
good
Can I
one.
see it again?
You want to know what's underrated about that? Matt Ryan's mobility.
Dude, and he
Wow.
puts it up
I
there.
don't even know. Matt Ryan MVP season actually.
One of my favorite moments in Super Bowl.
Great team to play with in Madden,
Insane
too.
play.
Just throw it up to Julio.
I was rooting for
they
the
were fun.
Falcons.
Devontae
but
Freeman.
whatever.
All right, so that was your third.
That was
my
3.
God.
Number 2.
It's a good catch, right?
Number 2. I think you
Yo,
know what my
take your
2 and
phone,
1
bro.
are.
Thanks, man.
Number 2, Giants' second Super Bowl, 2012.
Well, I guess we know what number 1 is.
Just the winning.
Just the win. A whole lot of good things happened there. They had Mario Manningham
That
catch
catch,
down
I
the
was gonna say,
sideline. That was
phenomenal.
I remember that happening and screaming, "That's the David Tyree catch. That's the David Tyree catch. We're gonna go win this game." We were down, I think,
So
a
what's
field goal at
number
that point. And then
Would it happen to be the David Tyree catch?
I'll get there. But then in that same game, Ahmad Bradshaw rushed to like win the game for a touchdown.
Sat on his ass?
And
Is that the one?
and he tried to knock it in the end zone. They called it Ahmad sitting pretty or something like that. It was nice.
I'm not saying pretty. I've never heard that in my life.
I went
but
into school that next day. It was Monday, 8th grade, I think.
And you sat pretty.
And one of my history teacher, she was a huge Giants fan. She brought in the like headline that said, it was like a picture of that, and it said Ahmad sitting pretty, Super Bowl champs, like
Nice, dude.
Giants. It was hype.
I wish I
what's
could
number
experience
one?
something like
And
that.
then number 1, greatest moment in NFL history. I actually looked up like a bunch of
All
lists
of
of the
football
best
history.
moments. It's the greatest moment in Super Bowl history, without a doubt. I think if you disagree, you're wrong. David Tyree's helmet catch.
Yeah, it was a great play, man. It
Insane.
was a great moment.
Hey, congrats, David.
I'm beyond.
David Tyree's helmet catch, and then obviously followed by Plaxico.
What's
It's
crazy-
an overrated play, in my opinion.
I don't think it's overrated because it was the time and moment.
The moment that
what
it
was more
happened.
impressive for me was Eli getting out of the pocket and
Yes.
scrambling
That was-
and
it was
everything.
the whole
Eli
play.
Manning scrambling
Crazy.
from a sack.
You know, luck
makes
is a
the throw
beautiful thing.
downfield.
Yeah.
Tyree, who's a nobody, makes the great catch.
But you know what's
It's
crazy about that?
Maybe not the most impressive athletic catch. I think actually Julio Jones' catch was more impressive in terms of
way
athleticism
more- way
and
more
ability. But
impressive,
it was the moment at which it happened. The timing of that play
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl, needed that drive to happen, go downfield, score. Like it was
What were you
unreal.
going to say?
I was going to say what's crazy about that is actually David Tyree's lack of ability that made that play so good because, like,
He was nobody.
first of all, he was nobody, and that whole week leading up to practice, I remember them talking about he was just dropping balls left and right.
Really?
Yeah.
He was, like, the pressure kind of got to him. And
So he just wasn't good. So, like, the fact that he's not good enough to just catch it with two, and obviously he's been held down, but to put it on his head, like, that was him, like, improvising for a lack of just being able to catch it naturally, right? So I just think the way it came together was fucking
fuck
awesome.
it, David
was
Tyree
unreal.
down there somewhere.
I
Yeah.
remember jumping up and down, hugging my dad while we were winning the
tall
Super Bowl,
man jumping up
screaming
and
in our
down.
living
Well,
room.
his dad is also probably
He had, like,
pretty
two
elite.
catches all year. That
I was
like,
9,
David Tyree was a
bro.
nobody.
I was not a
How
tall
tall are you?
man.
You're
You
not
were
6'2"?
still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, that's my list.
Hey,
of
great
favorite
list.
memories.
Good list,
Thanks,
bro.
bro.
Adam?
Your turn.
My list. Yeah. I had to write it down just to gather some thoughts.
So did I. I wrote mine down.
I'm dominant.
Yeah, so number 5, we're actually
Me
gonna yeah. So
What
here
is
are
it?
my top 5 moments in Super Bowl history. My moments.
Okay.
Memories.
Adam Tabachnik's
Adam
moments.
Tabachnik's memories and moments.
Go for it.
Yeah, at number 5,
M&M's.
whatever Shakira did with her lips at that one time in the
Lips
Super Bowl
or
halftime
hips?
show. Well, both. Her hips weren't lying, but her lips were lying at the time. You remember when she did that? She was like,
I don't.
you don't remember that?
That's more of a tongue thing than a lip
I was
thing.
confused what you were referring to, and now
Well, something
I know.
happened. It was just.
This is
That was
already
cool.
a
I
very-
remember
was
that. I
five.
remember
This is
that.
It's already
such
a very
an
Adam
Adam
list.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Such an Adam
Oh, you
list.
just wait. You just wait. So, yeah, number 5. That was great. I don't know what it was, but it was just cool. And I like Shakira a lot. So, number 4,
We
I
all
was
do.
at the Super Bowl. James Harrison, 99 yards for a
Crazy.
touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
INT on Kurt Warner. The only reason I put that in my most memorable moments is because I was there. And I was right at the goal
Yeah, that's
line.
cool. That's
I
a-
was like row 7, right,
a
at that
great
Super
play.
Bowl.
One of the-
that was
one of the best
insane.
plays.
It was like
Super
10-7
Bowls.
at the half, and he returned it, and then he went to the sidelines, and he needed oxygen, and he was laying down. That's a big man running 99 yards. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was dope.
Number 3, this is where it gets fun. Now, I didn't see this at all live, but it was Janet Jackson's nip slip in 2004, and I'll tell you why.
Right. How old are you? 6?
Because you like
7.
nipples.
No,
7?
no, because when Miley Cyrus had her nip slip at the VMAs, it got
Yeah.
compared to Janet Jackson's.
That's right.
So then
So
you
then
saw
you saw
Janet
Janet
Jackson's,
Jackson's.
and you were like, okay, those stakes were a lot higher than Miley Cyrus's. Now that's interesting. Now, it wasn't, a
were
memorable
7.
moment because I was 7, right? But the 7-year-old me must have also loved that.
It could
so
have
I
been
don't know.
an awakening.
It could have
Bruh,
been.
I learned about the Janet Jackson nip slip in freaking like media law class in college.
No way.
Yeah, because apparently there
Wait,
was
you
a lot
hadn't
of.
heard about it before?
No, I had heard about
Yeah,
it.
what's
but I had
protocol on
never
that?
learned everything
seen it?
around it that came.
It was Justin
apparently,
Timberlake.
I don't know if it was CBS or something that was like they got sued because it's like nudity.
They
on
kept
TV.
airing it,
So
yeah.
obviously it was in the law class, so it was a whole bunch of shit.
What?
Dude.
How does
What?
that
That
work?
wasn't
Like, what's
their fault.
protocol? Yeah. Well, it was Justin Timberlake's fault, technically.
Yeah, it was a bunch of shit.
Or the
Still,
costume
actually.
designers.
Anyways, I learned about it in college. It was pretty interesting.
That's
You just see a
crazy.
nipple in college.
What's 2?
Number 2, actually, so you said Julio and David Tyree. I actually go Julian Edelman for me.
Oh,
Purely
that was crazy,
subjective.
too.
But Julian Edelman for me was like when we were watching it live and they're down 28-3, right? This improbable comeback that they're making.
Yeah.
That catch was absurd.
Chris
The
Collins.
catch wasn't absurd. The moment was absurd.
Was it
The
Chris
catch
Collins?
very
What about
low.
the
He's
catch was
like, my
absurd.
God.
It died.
The awareness to make sure that didn't touch the ground.
Yeah, now here's where the bias comes into play. Fellow Jew.
Yeah,
you know?
damn right.
So for a Jew,
Member of the tribe.
yeah.
Julian Edelman.
So Jews, we're technically not that athletic. So for Julian
Well,
Edelman,
Edelman is. Also, he was
The
on
greatest
well, that's what I'm
athletic
saying.
feat
So
in
for
the
Julian
history of
Edelman as a
Judaism.
Jew, I mean, yeah, they inscribed it into the Torah after
True.
that. So that was number
asterisk,
2.
Asterisk PEDs, but
Yes, well, whatever. So that was number 2 for me, just because he was a Jew and that's part of the tribe. And number 1,
Julian.
I
Yep.
see what you did there. And number 1 is because I was also there. The Santonio Holmes catch
Yeah, that was
in the
incredible.
corner of the end
Yep.
zone for
What
the
a game
Steelers
he
to
had, man.
win. Yeah, it was an insane game.
Dude, I still practice that like to this day. Just like whenever I'm like throwing the ball with my
In
boys,
the
I'm like, all right,
street,
right
yeah.
here. Like, give me on the
I feel like
sideline.
for us, that was the OG toe tap.
Yes,
Yeah, it
yes.
was.
That was the
True.
toe tap,
And
bro.
talk
Not
about the
Dwight Clark.
fall off. Santonio Holmes, like, who was he after
He
that?
had
He
a
went
good
to the
year with the
Jets,
Jets,
right?
I think,
Yeah,
and
but
then-
after that, Santonio Holmes was nobody. So
So Holmes was really fucking good.
I'll take
though.
the Santonio Holmes catch over David Tyree.
I will too.
Oh,
Eric.
yeah.
That's fair.
And that's my list.
It's,
Thanks for
like I
listening.
said, it's our favorite memories, right? So it was my favorite memory was Tyree.
Yeah.
That's totally.
Hey,
As it
Felipe,
should
what's
be.
yours?
Shit. All right. So my top 5 favorite moments in Super Bowl history.
Yes.
This is off the dome. I'm gonna go like Jack.
Yeah.
Maybe I, if I got some paper, we're going off the dome. Fuck it. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Number 5.
Talk to
my
me.
favorite player ever, Ray Lewis, announced his retirement. I think it was like the last game of the regular season in the year that they won with Joe Flacco. And he had torn his triceps. He was taking like the deer antler PED type shit,
Right.
whatever that was, to
Right.
recover from the tricep. Don't
It's a
remember
good
that?
PD. No, it's a good
Cool.
PD.
It
It's
was
a
some
good
deer
PD.
antler shit. Anyways, he wins that Super Bowl against the Niners.
Yeah.
The blackout game.
Thanks.
Is this number 5?
Thank you. I
Yeah, I'll go
had
number
no
5.
clue that was against the 49ers till now. Thank you.
So number
Yeah, you're
5 is
welcome.
deer antlers.
And that defense was incredible, but Ray Lewis was leading the pack, and he announced that this was his last year.
I see.
Won the Super Bowl, high horse. After the game, praised God. Great man, won the game. Greatest
Great
defender
man,
of all time.
murderer.
Nah, he's not. He's not. I don't believe in that.
don't
But all
I
right,
don't
so
believe in that.
Well, he used the deer antlers for the murder, but yeah.
right.
continue.
All right, I'll go. I'm going no order, but there we go. Ray Lewis.
No, that was 5.
Fuck it.
Whatever.
All right,
Let him
fine.
do his thing, bro.
All right, fine. Number 4. Off the dome. Let's go. Julio Jones catch.
Oh,
I was there for that. You mentioned it. I was there for that. Again, it was a ball that was uncatchable, and that was pure ability. It was different than the Edelman catch. That was luck. It was different than the Tyree catch that he was able to pin against his helmets. Both of those were great moments, but the ability of Julio Jones to do that, I'll put that at number 4. Let's see, number 3. I'm gonna go with
See, it's harder
I'm
off the
gonna
dome.
go with Tracy Porter, pick 6 against Peyton Manning to seal the Super Bowl for the Saints over the Colts. Colts were favorites that game.
Wow.
That Peyton was at the top of his
In
game.
Miami.
Maybe.
Yeah. Cold Saints?
Dude, yeah, nice, bro.
Thanks, man. I was there.
That was incredible. Drew Brees' first Super Bowl win. We all were wanting him to win that year after Katrina, all that. So that was dope. Yeah, so there's that. Number 2. Give me some moments.
You're such a football historian to
I
have
can't
these
give away
moments
any
locked
answers,
up.
man.
Oh, you can't give me answers? All right, bet.
off the dome.
You got this.
What about Mahomes winning this Super Bowl MVP?
Oh, his first one, maybe? Mahomes' first Super Bowl?
He's
Mahomes'
gonna
first
throw
Super
a
Bowl. What
touchdown.
about-
He's gonna
I
throw a
mean,
touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Memories of watching like Cowboys Super Bowl winning highlights. I mean, obviously you weren't
yeah.
alive for them, but like watching
Nah,
that.
I gotta be alive for them.
Hey, I can say the same thing about the Niners. I haven't watched
Yeah, facts.
Dolphins. They didn't even have TV.
I'll go David Tyree too. I think it was a huge moment. The catch of Julio's catch was better, but the moment was bigger with that, and they won the game, huge. And we all wanted to see the Patriots go down. It was like the one time in my life I rooted for the Giants. So that was cool.
G-Man, baby.
Then number 1, since I'm like going off the dome, I don't even know if this is 1, but fuck it. Number 1.
Your one.
I'm gonna go. What am I gonna go?
I don't know. It's yours.
Think about some Super Bowls.
Trent Dilfer raising the Lombardi.
Jerry Jones holding up the Lombardi.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Well, you did on YouTube.
I did on YouTube.
You can call it quits at 4.
I could call it a quit at 4.
Nah, I think you're a historian
Isaiah
of the game.
Pacheco becoming this year's Super
Oh,
Bowl
we didn't even say
MVP.
Pacheco MVP.
Bro, you
Pacheco
could
winning the
say-
MVP.
Talking to Travis Kelce, that's a Super Bowl memory for you.
That is true. That is true. You can have foresight here too.
Okay.
You can look towards the future. Look towards the future right now.
Look towards the future. All right.
Your
number
go.
1 favorite Super Bowl moment is Patrick Mahomes throwing for his 6th touchdown in the 2023 Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow.
Going over for 300 yards.
Wow. Parlay hits.
Parlay hits, and the Chiefs are glorious champions. He cements himself as a top 3 solidified quarterback of all time.
What a moment.
Wow.
That's good. That's
I love
good.
that moment. Well,
Thanks,
that was
guys.
my favorite, too.
One of my
Yeah,
favorites,
yeah.
definitely.
I
That
can't
was
believe
hard.
I
Off the
left
dome
that
was
one off
tough.
my list.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
tough. It's tough.
All right, Jack.
All right,
Bring us
I'll
home.
round it
What's your
out.
rankings?
My top 5 Super Bowl memories, me personally, my lifetime. Number 5, the Devin Hester kickoff return to start the Super Bowl.
Good
I know
one.
they lost that one, but
Good
that
one.
was nuts. Like, if you're going to have a moment, like, it's like Devin Hester, you like, everyone I think was watching that, like, he might take this shit back to start the game, and he took it to the house.
That was
That was
We were talking about this
crazy.
in the car, too, just quickly. Devin Hester was the only person I've ever watched in NFL history where, like, you knew they were kicking it off, and you were like, this dude's going to return it to the house.
Yeah, I had a little Josh Cribbs,
is a good
Josh
one.
Cribbs.
But the utter confidence.
Cordero Patterson's kind of like that.
Kevontae Turpin.
Okay.
What?
Cordell Patterson
I just
definitely
want to
was
say
like
something
that.
because I got a text. We were just talking about David Tyree. He was right behind us. He's right
Actually?
over
Oh,
there.
was he really?
Yeah, Ben texted
Let's
me.
go
He's
ask
right
him
over
what his
there.
favorite
That's-
catch
So that's pretty cool.
Dope.
I
That is
had
pretty
to, I had
cool.
to interject.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I gotta read.
maybe I'll have to put him in my list because he's not in my top 5.
Speak loudly.
Because I just don't really like in hindsight. Yeah, it's a great play, but personally, like I just don't really remember that game very much because
Yeah.
it was what like 10.
That was a historic game.
Yeah, I was 11.
Right.
Sorry. Like number 4 for me. What was I gonna go with? I think I was gonna say the onside kick. Start the second half with Saints Colts. That was nuts.
Gutsy,
that was
bro.
the ballsiest play call I've ever seen. That was ridiculous, and that was one of the reasons they won. So that was really cool.
Sean Payton,
Man, the amount of
legend.
times that I ripped onside kick in Madden after that is ridiculous.
It's always so
You gotta
hard
catch
to
him off
Oh
guard.
my god!
You gotta catch him off guard.
Yeah, dude,
You know,
really,
you never
really
know.
good. Number 3 was the Malcolm Butler pick.
Yeah,
that was just
a cool one.
That
just
was
like
sick.
that minute of football, like of television right there was so crazy because everyone and their mom thought that Marshawn Lynch getting the ball, he's the hardest person to tackle maybe in football history. I don't
Yeah,
think that's
facts.
crazy to say.
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden the pick, I can't stand the Seahawks, so that was really fun for me. That was just like one of those moments that you like could not believe what the hell just happened.
The
right
emotional
after it.
roller coaster. You nailed it on the head.
Yeah. Number 2, and I can vividly remember where I watched this too, and like this is one of like my favorite plays of all time in any sport is Santonio Holmes' catch. Just like because like I said earlier, like as a kid and everything, like you're just throwing the football around with your buddies. I still am a 26-year-old man that has not fucking stepped on a football field in 8 years, and I'm still trying to
Athlete.
like laying out like that, like trying to be like, yo, like I could do that shit. You put me in Super Bowl, put some pads on me, I could do Santonio Holmes. But that was crazy. And number
That would
one,
have been my one, by the way. Now that came back to me.
that would be my one, but I think just being at the Super Bowl this year for me, like going to the
Aw,
game, is going to be the
Jack.
coolest. That's gonna be so sick.
You know,
dude.
not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna say we're here with us right now, but you went to the game.
Nah,
on
that's honorary
Sunday.
mention for sure.
So, that's
But
unfortunate.
no, like actually, like going, like because you guys have been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably pretty damn cool. Like me going
It's
to this,
cool.
like
Overrated, but cool.
I think it's like this whole
So
week,
overrated.
like the
Yeah, right.
week
I'm
accumulating into that, and like that's just like
That's cool. You'll
insane
have
that
fun,
we
bro.
got here with this shit, and like
That's
Yeah, I
so
guess
sick.
everyone's honorable mention would be
Yeah.
right now. At
Totally.
least I'm gonna say it's your honorable mention.
I was thinking also the Philly special was pretty cool, even though I hate
oh
Philly.
damn,
That was a good one. None of us
That
put
would
on
have
our list.
gone. Actually, that was definitely above whatever I put at 5. I forget what I put
Philly
at 5.
special was wild,
That's
bro.
one of the reasons I hate
Devin
Tom
Hester.
Brady is
Yeah.
that, bro, like, you're facing the Eagles. Like, you're not going to put them away. You throw for 500 yards and you can't win a game? Fucking bum.
Disagree with any of these takes? Let us know in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that link in bio. Join our Discord. Let's shoot the shit.